Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around on my channel. I know I haven't posted in quite a while, but I'm back here with this new Lego set, the Atreides Royal Ornithopter. This is set 10327, 1,369 pieces, and of course, this comes from the film and the book Dune. Obviously, this is based very accurately on the film, the latest film version of this vehicle. But as I understand it, it's pretty faithful to the book. Now, I have read the book, but it's been a long time, so I don't remember the exact description of this vehicle in the book. But it's supposed to look like a sort of a dragonfly type thing, and that's what this looks like. So let me show you some of the minifigures that we get here. We've got Kynes, the Imperial Observer. She's looking pretty cool here with her dreads and her weapons and her still suit. And she has the blue eyes from having been exposed to spice. And she has an alternate face here with a face mask on it. We'll put her hair back on. So she's a pretty cool minifig, and of course she has the little cape, but there's still printing on the back here to complete the still suit. Then we've got Gurney Halleck, who is the Atreides. I think he's the security master, the weapons master. I can't remember exactly what his role is, but he's got a sword and he's got his own still suit and these shoulder pad things here. Let's take a look at his alternate face. He's got a smile. Smile, Gurney. There you go. We'll put his hair back on. Then we've got Duncan Idaho, who gets two swords, a little knife and a sword. And he's got sort of a casual look here with this tunic open a little bit, and you can see the wrinkles in his clothes. Let's pop his top knot off, and he's got his angry face is the alternate face for him. So there we go. And here's the Duke. This is Duke Leto Atreides. That's what they call him in the latest version of the movie. I'm actually used to him being Leto Atreides, but that's how it was pronounced in the first adaptation of this book, the David Lynch version. But here's his sort of frowny face, and then he has the smiling face on the other side. And again, he's in a still suit here, which is, if you're unfamiliar, the special protective gear they wear to survive on the desert planet of Arrakis, aka Dune. You see, he has his accessory is the little binoculars here. Next up is the Fremen warrior Chani, who again has the blue eyes from exposure to the spice, which is the drug that's mined on this planet of Arrakis. And she has a still suit and a little scarf. And on the other side here, she has a face mask version of her face. And she gets a sword. And let's see, who's next? Okay, so this is the Duke's, what's the word? Concubine, Jessica. And also Paul Atreides' mother. And she has this kind of like veil on one side. On the other side, she is unveiled, looking very serious though. And she has the dress bottom portion here. And if you don't want to have her hood up, you can also swap in her hair. So she has a hairpiece there too, with a braid in the back. There she is. And then we have our main character, Paul Atreides, the Duke's son. And he's got a little knife. He does not have a still suit here. He's got the sort of Atreides formal wear. And we'll see what his alternate face is. A very stern look on his face here. So there's our minifigs. Oh, except there's one more. How could I forget? The very strange and interesting Baron Harkonnen minifigure. So he is just a regular minifigure, but you stand him. You can put him on this stand here, so it looks like he has this really long cape. So it looks like he's sort of floating, and that's one of the things that he does in the movie that's very fascinating. Is he has this weird like anti-grav system, and he's always like floating around. I guess because he's so incredibly fat that it would be unpleasant to walk on his own two legs, so he floats around. He's quite a hideous character in the movie. They didn't really capture his hideousness in Lego minifigure form. I guess it would have been difficult to make him all bulgy and gross. But there you go. He's basically the villain of the piece, although as the story continues, some would argue that Paul is the true villain. But he's definitely, the Baron definitely feels like the villain of the movie, this movie. But let's take a look at the most exciting part, which is the set itself. So here's the box, and I'll move it out of the way, and we can take a look at the Ornithopter. So this is actual minifigure scale. And it is really big, as you can see. It takes up quite a lot of room. It's very long. And this is probably the most complex build for a Lego set that I've ever done. It's really a lot of interesting little mechanisms inside here. Very tricky to get together right. You see there's a spring there, and I'm going to activate that so you can see what that's like. This is actually how you extend the wings. They extend all the way out like that. Very cool looking. And there is also a mechanism to make them flap up and down, but it's not, they don't really flap too much. Let me see if I can get you a good view of it. You just have this thing here that you push, and then it springs back up. Now, of course, if you've seen the movie, they flap really fast in the movie. They almost look like hummingbirds. They flap so fast, but obviously you're not gonna get that look from the Lego model, but still pretty cool. And you can see that right now I've got the landing gear down, which also has what looks like an entry ramp here, although of course it's not really an entry ramp in Lego form. It's just meant to look like one, because there's no actual like inner area here for a minifigure to walk around in. The only real space for the minifigure, because all of this area is for the mechanism for these wings and for lowering and raising the landing gear. So this area, the cockpit, is the only area where you can really put minifigures. And this flips up like this on hinges, and then you can see inside here there's a couple of seats and some controls. Let me see if I can get you a good zoom in on that. Oh, it's a little tricky. Actually, what's better is they do make, this is mostly smooth pieces. And there's a little like console here that you're meant to be able to, that the minifigures are meant to be able to operate the thing with. But let me pop this out. Oh, well, I'll show you what I'm doing. So this thing is mostly smooth pieces under here, you can see, so that you can pop out the seats. And then you can easily grab your minifigs like Paul here. Let's put him in the back. I'll show you what I'm doing again. And we'll get the Duke up front. Okay, there they are. And then you can just take this whole thing with them on it now and reattach. And there we go. They're ready to fly. Let's close this back up. Oh no! There you go. The dangers of messing around with your Lego set. I popped a piece off here. All right, let's get that reattached. Whoa! I made it even worse. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see if I can figure out how this went on here. Well, luckily there's the other side is very similar. So. All right. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Back together. Anyway, let me show you one more feature. At least one more. Oh, and you can see, let me show you the front here. There's like these lights up front. They might also be meant to be guns. I'm not sure. And we'll swivel around so you can see. I'm going to break this thing again. Whoa. The back. It's got these kind of like open ends here. I guess they're meant to be like thrusters or control mechanisms of some kind. Now, yeah, let's go ahead and close the wings back up. So let me show you this. So on the side, and this is on both sides, there's a little knob here. And if you turn this knob, let me see if you can I can show you what I'm doing. You'll see that the landing gear retracts for a nice sleek profile for when it's flying, which is really a cool mechanism. And there's a lot of Technic pieces put together inside there in complicated ways. You can see some of the gears and things inside here. And these little pieces that are connected by these bars. There's a lot going on in here, let me tell you. It's complicated stuff. But then you can just flip that back. And you do have to be careful that you turn it all the way, or else, so that it can hold up the weight of the thing when you put it down. Or else it'll just pop back in. But there you go. There is the Atreides Royal Ornithopter. Very cool, very complex Lego set. I believe they say on the box it's an 18+ set, and I would say it's definitely tricky. It's not for a beginner builder, but it is certainly doable. Hi. So the first part of this video cut off rather abruptly because I ran out of space on my phone. But I wanted to do a quick addendum here just to finish things up and just say I really enjoyed the movies, Dune Part 1 and 2, the latest ones, and I have a fond place in my heart for the 80s David Lynch version even, which is a very strange film, but fun in its own way. And just give you another quick look at this guy, how crazy this thing is. Yeah, there it is, the Ornithopter. It's cool stuff. Thanks for watching.